Mm, I think we live now. What's up, everybody? Everybody doing this evening?
Are we live now? Oh,
Yeah, I
hey
think.
y'all. What's going on, everybody?
What's going on, people? Give me 1 minute. Mm, Live now. So the first thing we're gonna talk about, get into the episode for tonight. What did you think about the episode, Jamie?
I thought it was good. I thought it was a really, really good episode. Of course, I mean, I kept seeing in the chat people was like, "Oh, Jamie was doing work like ever since he got here," so that was, no big change or whatever. But it was good to see more of it kind of displayed in the opening scene or for the opening season. It was really good to see how everything was just put together. And I mean, that was a hell of a
It was
way to
really
start.
good to see how. Sorry about that. What you said?
I know I said it was really, really good to see. That was an explosive first episode. Like you had work, you had the friendships, and then you had a little bit of drama at the
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of like how I wanted to do it and everything. So yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a good season, good episode. So next week we'll get kind of learn more about Taiwan, and then of course you're gonna have Nard too coming on
end.
next episode as well. So it's gonna be a good season. So like the first scene, like break down like the first scene that we seen was you actually with the organization. What's going on with the organization at this moment? And what's the organization name again?
Uh, Georgia Atlanta Harm Reduction Coalition. They started off as this needle exchange program, and now they do what we call wraparound services. So they supply a little bit of everything, and they have a clinic and stuff now. And they're doing really, really good. I think they just opened up a second location. So they're really, really good. And though we're not working together, like with like my nonprofit and their nonprofit anymore, I actually got a offer to do some contractual work for them.
Oh
So in
wow.
2024, so that'd be good. So I'll be doing like some of their HIV 101 classes and stuff like that.
Okay, and how long was it your physical sponsor?
They were my physical sponsor, like so right before I got funding to become a nonprofit, and then they continued to fund me for like I think 3 or 4 years after that, and then ever since then they would give me like stipends and stuff to go
Yeah.
towards.
So they the
Um,
one was sponsoring a lot of the no Netflix and chill when we did the food and all that type of stuff.
yep, they did all of that.
Oh,
Actually,
awesome.
when we first started filming season one, they sponsored a lot of our stuff. So,
Oh, awesome. Okay,
mm-hmm.
okay. And then we move on to the next scene where we see Kwanzaa, you Kwanzaa, and
There you go.
Marion. So what did you think about that scene? I think that we kind of like y'all three was the three official ones still part of the group at the time we first started filming.
I think that was a really fun scene. I think it was probably one of the better scenes because it's like it's fun. It was like energetic. We had like fun shade being thrown at one another. Um, I think that was probably one of the better scenes that we've had for the first episode. So it was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Um, right after that, we had, of course, your vision board part. Well, first you had your organization meeting about that. Kind of tell the people what exactly your organization, Empowerment Brother, and what y'all doing as today.
During the scene.
Yeah, when you
Okay.
talking
Yeah.
about empowerment, what y'all do and all that.
Yeah, so we were meeting with the lady from Atlanta Harm Reduction Coalition. I think she was like the program director at the time. And so we were just really, trying to smooth out and kind of figure out what our working relationship was going
Oh,
to be.
not that scene, Jim. I'm talking about when I was talking about go into more details about Empowerment Brother, like what that
Oh,
was, what y'all doing today.
oh yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I thought you were still talking about the scene, but yeah, Empowering Brothers, we still out here doing what we do today. We we had actually took a break from like doing all of our operations because we wanted to do like this big end of the year, New Year's Eve like party that was actually gonna be put on today.
Hmm.
But stuff didn't go out with that. It, it's still kind of flopped by the wayside with that. People who were like, I had sponsors and stuff, they were pulling out left and right. So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with that. And so we actually took a break. We still do like, I don't know if it's just chill stuff like around the city. But we haven't done anything big as of yet. But we are starting back up again with our vision board party in February.
Oh, so you're gonna do them in February this year?
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And that thing, we have this surprise guest church Rob, and you were saying in your confessional you wasn't sure about him, so you had like this bad vibe from him in the start from the beginning. Sound like.
Yeah, it was uncertain because it seemed like he came there wanting to start shit. It seemed like he wanted to come in as that girl who gonna come in and shake it up and stuff like that. And even when I was looking back at the episode, like that's what he gave. Like when him and Bryson I'm getting ahead of myself, but when him and Bryson were getting into it, he was like, "Who's next? Who's the next person?" Girl, you were nothing of the sort. You're not even. Little do you not know, not gonna be here for the rest of the season. So like, I just feel like she came with bad intentions from the start, and I was really not feeling it at all.
Yeah. And then he's at the visual party. He said, "Y'all boring," and all that type of stuff. And then also too a little surprise beef like with you and Ty. I didn't know that Ty
I
said
was like,
allegedly he's supposed to be saying something to you.
so that caught me off guard because I'm like, well, who is telling you I don't like you? I mean, me and Ty, we aren't friends or anything like that, and we're not close. But I don't have a dislike for Ty. I don't know why. He said that people have said I don't like him. I maybe don't like how he's moved in certain situations.
Mhm.
But I don't particularly like not like him or anything like that. I definitely think he's changed from when I first met him way back when. But it's not like a dislike or anything, so I don't really know where that kind of caught me off guard because when he said that, I was like, I don't like you. What? Who was making this up to you? That gagged me. I ain't even gonna lie. I was like,
Yeah, Ty had his surprise pop up confessional. I
that
guess.
did.
Yeah.
I was like, why I got a commercial? But okay, cool, got it. Whatever.
Well,
He wasn't
remember when
there.
we first started filming, Ty was still kind of filming while we was trying to figure things out. Um, with everything to close out, because you remember he was actually a part of season 2. So, yeah. But no, I think we got like one more other episode with Ty where he came. Remember he came to the park and got when the fight happened.
I could have dirty underwear, bro. I could understand you sitting at like front hall and you said like church like that, but you sitting at front hall. You got to be on the underwear using that
Sorry, I got a FaceTime call. I
Oh
had
no,
to
you're good.
take it,
Um,
decline it.
yeah, no, I said Ty was still part of the season, like so that was like one of the scene. I said I think it's one more scene with him. Remember he came
Hmm.
to the park that day when we did the had the situation. So yeah, but
Yeah,
I think overall I
but yeah,
like.
that was kind of. I was like, I don't like you. You heard I don't like you. That what? What's that about? Maybe we should have had a one-on-one to
Yeah,
get
but
it
I
all
think
out.
it was so small that it was just like, yeah, because when y'all, yeah, because even at night when y'all seen each other, it was all number love and stuff like that.
Yeah, even that night because it was just like you had. He said he wanted to, address me or like confront me in his confessions and stuff like that. But I'm like, now I'm watching the season back. I was like, we had several opportunities for you to confront me, and because I had no idea about this. I had no idea.
Not too clueless.
I was clueless. I was clueless. I was like, girl, what? That caught me off guard. Now, Ty, if you think we had a problem, child, you are outspoken, and I'm sure you would have put me to the side if you truly felt like we had a problem. Because I don't see how you put a girl to the side before. So
Right. What did you think about Ty also saying that the group is boring too? He agreed with Trey.
I feel like Ty was just, I don't know. saying that. I don't know. I mean, I don't really think Ty had an opinion at that point because we just got back around each other. We just started filming again. But Ty always been on his own little world, so I don't feel no way about him saying it's boring. But it's different from him saying that than Trey so irrelevant coming to say that because this your first time around us. Ty got a little bit more cool with the group because he done been here. He done been around us. We don't know you. Ty can have an opinion and say that we're boring because he been around us. You bitch, keep your
Yeah.
mouth shut. Sit down and put some stuff on some paper.
Right. Um. After that, you was also gagged, you and Darion, when he said, "Yeah, you know what else he said? I got a bone to pick with Bryson." You and Darion face, y'all looking like, what the fuck?
Cause we were like, girl, huh? First of all, Bryson is not here. No, let's back up. Who are you? Bryson not here, and bitch, what is this? We were gagged. I don't let Darion speak for himself, but we were definitely gagged. I was like, oh
You
okay,
know, Darion face said he was gagged too.
because that was out of left field. That was out of left field.
It
Out of
was.
left field. I was like, bitch, what? You said you got a bone to pick with Bryson. How you know Bryson? Who are you? And what like that gagged me.
Gag worthy.
I had a lot of questions.
I know. I think it was just a lot of questions. Like, okay, but of course we didn't get to him there. But you know, and then later
He
that
wasn't
night,
around long enough to ask those questions,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Um,
Hey Darian.
what's up, Darion? Later that night, we get there, and of course, you introduce Taiwan. Like, you know, and Taiwan will have an official introduction next episode.
Okay.
Um, so talk about Taiwan because Taiwan been around a group before.
Yeah, Tyrone been around a group before. He has been like somebody who's been like closely connected with like I guess the friend circle or whatever, but he just hasn't been filming or whatever. But like I said in the episode, he's also my frat brother. And so I was hoping, or I am hoping, I want to stick to it. I'm hoping that he was coming around to now like shake stuff up a little bit. Oh, not the picture with him and Malik. I missed that. I missed that the first.
You know, that's the part when Ty was saying they was together because you
I
know,
missed that part. I missed
yeah,
that part.
child. It
That
was
couple
Ty
putting
was
that.
saying they was together too. Malik was saying it, but let Taiwan say it.
Well, allegedly they were together. They were so I never knew what they were officially doing.
Mhm.
But I know they were intimate and have been intimate. Um,
Yeah, I know that too.
but yeah, I never heard about any titles. And then, of course, social media is a thing. So I saw when at one point somebody was posting pictures on social media, alleging to them being together and stuff like that. So I don't know. All I know for a fact is that they was yeah.
right. I guess we're gonna get more into that as the season progress. You
Yeah.
know, once the season go on some more, we'll kind of get more into that. After that, of course, we had the situation where um Tawan get there, Bryson get there, and then all of a sudden, um Trace all come in, and him and Bryson immediately just get right into it. And y'all were just like there, but y'all not even like really into it. Y'all just like because it went on for like over an hour, just like
Yeah, I was there, but I was like mentally, I was like, okay, girl, because they'd have been arguing for like you said, like an hour, a little past the hour at that point, and I'm like,
mhm.
girl, I'm drained. I am. Can we talk about something else? Like that's how I felt, and so I was really over it at that point because it's just like, why are we still arguing? Why are we still arguing?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but it was very entertaining. I would say the least. Out.
Watching it back, yeah, it was very interesting.
What did you think about Taiwan confessionals? I actually enjoy his confession. I think he's had some good shady confession. What did you think about his confession?
I enjoyed his confessionals. He looked good. He was throwing some shade. Hold on. First of all, don't put me in nothing. He said, "What did you say, Jamie? What did you bring me into, girl?"
Oh, because it's supposed to be a night of fun, and then you get there and it just
Listen,
this time, and
I
then
got
I think next week we're gonna show. You remember it went outside. The argument went outside, so it was a whole nother. Remember him and Bryson
I
Trey.
think I pulled off by that time
Yeah, but it was and also
because Malik allegedly pulled up after I
yeah,
left.
yeah. Well, we'll get into that next Sunday as well. But yeah, that was interesting. So yeah, it was great. And then of course we had to play a shady game where it was the rumors, and you said, "Well, I'm
Now
talking
you knew
about
that game was gonna get shady,
yeah,
messy,
yeah."
real quick.
Because you was like, "Well, let's just talk about what we know." Which, because at this time you still not feeling Devontae because not
Yeah,
sure that you and him had direct interaction, more so how he responded to Darion. You kind of like over it, so you kind of like
yeah.
you're not feeling him because even when Trey brought his name up at the visual part, you said, "I don't know him." You was like, "Who is that?" Like, so you
I was
wasn't.
like, I don't know who that is. Yeah.
So when, of course, so let me ask you this: why did you say Devontae? Like you could have said another rumor. Like why that one if you were not feeling him at that
I
time?
couldn't think of nothing else because honestly, honestly, because at that time I think we just came back from like filming. I think the last time we filmed was a reunion at the time or whatever,
Mhm.
and it was still it was fresh. Like it was like a rumor that was going around. I ain't hear nothing about Bryson. I ain't hear nothing about Ty. I ain't hear nothing about nobody else. I
Mhm.
don't even know Trey so irrelevant. So I'm just like, okay, a rumor I heard was that him and Malik was scamming. I don't know. I don't know if it's true. You got some rumor. There's one. There's your
Right.
rumor. Now maybe I could have played a part in like stirring the shit up. Now that I'm looking back at it, because I could have said something else.
Mhm.
I could have made up something, but you know, I don't know.
And then
I
right after that, of course, Trey was like, "What's the issue between y'all?" And you said Trey so nosy.
She was being nosy, girl. She
um.
was definitely being nosy.
So after that, of course, y'all go into detail. So I want to say this: it was actual footage where Darion and Devontae got into it season two. You remember we was
I
having
saw that.
you? I think you was there,
When we was about to all, tussle
right? You remember that scene that Roche was
outside.
at that night? Okay, yeah, because it moved
hmm
outside. So yeah,
Yep.
remember Ty was getting ready to go to out of he was leaving to go do something with the company he was working with at the time.
hmm
So we did something with him, and then plus it was a RLP meeting,
Yep.
and Devontae came in, and they was trying to. I think the group at that time was trying to hold him accountable.
Yep.
At the
For what
time,
he said.
Darion and Roshane, and
hmm
he went off, left, came back, and he just started to use all type of slurs about
Yep. It
killing
was
Darion. He
bad.
got one pill to die. It was like real crazy. Like,
It was bad. It was bad. And
yeah,
like being there and yeah, that footage was lost because that's I think like that was like kind of the meat and potatoes of everything or
mm,
whatever. And I think Devontae was getting into it with a lot of people because I
it
think
was.
him and Roshane got into it
Roshane,
or
yeah,
whatever.
they got the fight. Yeah.
And yeah, and so yeah, that escalated to like us being outside. And Devontae bucked up for y'all who I don't know if well y'all wasn't there because it wasn't shown, but Devontae bucked up for a minute. But you could tell who he wanted to buck up at and who he didn't want to buck up at because when he came our way, it wasn't giving none of that. And
Yeah.
that's just no shade at all. I'm not being shade. Me and Devontae, we good. We was kikiing just last night. We had cocktails and everything. It was good for him. But yeah.
Yeah. But so of course that go into that and you said the statement that basically Devontae was said that one pill from death he don't take it. And then T Spiller said he really didn't lie. And like that's what I think all y'all faced. It was even Devontae face
Everybody got up.
was like, what? So that was
Everybody
kind
got
of
up
like real shocking that he said, like, oh, he really didn't
because
lie. So it
T
was like
Spiller, why are you inserting yourself in here? Nobody even supposed to know you in here. You're not even supposed to be here. Hell, Trey not even supposed to be here. So like you a sideline, stay on the sideline. Don't commentate. Don't do anything. And you're spewing more negativity and you're spewing more stigma. So like sit over there and shut up. Just be quiet. Like yeah,
Yeah,
everybody was gagged.
yeah, it was. I think because it was just like I think Devontae like no, he said it, but I don't think he thinking somebody gonna agree with him with the bullshit. So it's like now you got this person saying like, oh, he really didn't lie. So and he said it so careless because even Trace so raw was like, you should never said that, and then he went over to well, read is a read because at first he was getting on T Spiller too, like you shouldn't say that, like that's not cool because
I feel
basically.
like he said that, and then when he saw that the cameras turned, he was giving very much. I said what I said, and it is what it is. Because if you watching the scene back, well, not the scene, fast forward after this,
Mm,
he was saying some like fucked up shit or whatever. I don't believe a read is a read. I believe if you can read it without doing help for you because that's late, that's tired, and you need to become a lot more witty because that ain't it.
mhm.
Because I could say a lot of foul shit out of my mouth. I can bring your mama, your brother, I could really go there. But
Right.
then, I think it hits different when you know somebody you know, um, whose life experience is that, right? And
Mhm.
so for me, I feel like they didn't have no remorse. Trey, so whatever that boy name is, Trey, so nasty.
I
Trey,
feel like Trey
I don't.
in the beginning, I think he was like, "No, you wrong," and then all of a sudden he just starts to read is to read. To me,
Well, that
initially,
wasn't
he
shown.
did. I don't know. It's in them where he was like, it was real slight though. He didn't stay on and like get on him long, but he was just like, "No, John, you should never said that. You should never said that." And then all of a
I
sudden,
don't remember that.
yeah, it's in there. He was like, "You should never said that." Because he was trying to he was because that's why T Spiller was like, I'm using it as an analogy. He was like, no, so how is that how is that an analogy? Because he was trying to show T Spiller like you're not making sense, and then all of a sudden he was saying, oh, a read is a read. So
Uh,
then it's like,
They all dumb. I don't know. I think if you're gonna read, you need to expand your mind to reading reading outside of health reads because
yeah.
um that's like
So then you turn. So you also talk a guy. You also said you actually called Darion. Did you call him and what did you tell him? And what did Darion say?
I called Darion and I think I was just venting to him because I was upset. And of course I was telling him what was going on and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what I was saying, but I do remember telling him like, "Girl, they up here with the bullshit again. They talking about the health reads and stuff like that." I went off on Devontae and the new guy up there, and basically that was it from what I remember. But yeah, yeah, I that whole night was a blur. Like after they pissed me off, it was like it was wavy. It was very like hazy. It was very yeah. Because when I get mad, I'm just like, okay, bitch, I don't see none of y'all.
Yeah, and then you turned around, you got back, and then you just came in. Cause I remember you leave. I'm thinking you was gone, but then you literally turned around, come back, and you just like, let me educate these people about this situation.
Yeah, I was pissed off. And so one thing I try not to do is just like I'm upset. I don't like to let shit fester. I don't like to let it sit on my chest and stuff like that. And so I'm thinking about like the whole shit that how it went down over and over and over in my head. And I'm like, bitch, no, I'm not going home with this shit on my chest. So I turned that shit around and I was like, let me get this off my chest. I can't do it. I need to get this. I'd rather y'all have this and y'all sit with y'all being stupid rather than me go home and being upset. So yeah, that's what it was. That's why I turned around. That's why I came back. That's why I cussed everybody out. And I think that was a glimpse of what I said too. I think I said some other shit. But yeah,
Yeah, and right after that, you come back, you educate them, and then you talk about at the end the stigma that come with that, like the fact that
hmm
you also got emotional too about the whole situation that that type of conversation is being had concerning that.
yeah. Like HIV is one thing, or people living with HIV, that's one thing. But um, people talking about people living with HIV, i.e., stigma. That kills not even just people living with HIV. Stigma is across the board. People talk about people with cancer. People talk about people who are suffering with obesity and stuff like that. So like stigma, like the talking other thing, that kills people more than anything. That plays on people's like mental health. That plays on people's emotional state. Like you never really know. And so the fact that I have people who are close to me who are not only living with this and then also hearing about like people talking about people living with this, it's just like, oh, well, bitch, you don't know. Your good girlfriend might be dealing with this and she might be contemplating the S word. You know what I mean? So it's just, I think about stuff like that.
Yeah, conversation it was a kind of conversation came up season one. I think when it was in New Orleans because around this type of
Yep.
around that, and you kind of got mad about that as well.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Very much so. That's a subject that is that hits close for me. And like I said, 95 roughly about 95% of my friends are people who are living with HIV, and I see the struggles they go through. I hear about like the stuff that they deal with, not even from people on the street, like when they go to their doctor's visits and stuff like that, and just people having attitudes and being ill educated and all this other shit. Like I think about stuff like that, and so for us to have or to for us to stigmatize people living with HIV, that pisses me off. It does. It really does.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's your. It might be a read to you, but you don't know what these people are going through outside of you talking about them. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think any of them got it that in that room that night?
hell no, hell no. I feel like they left that room and they was just like, "Well, girl, I said what I said. It was for a read. It was for a key. Girl, we on the show. We gonna talk about it." I don't really think they really. Maybe I think in the moment they were just like, "Yeah, girl, it is what it is." I don't know nobody living with it to my knowledge. I don't. I think they are feeling like they don't know what that experience is like. So it's in one ear out the other.
Yeah. So it's so basically it's not like a personal thing for them.
No,
Yeah.
I mean it is what it is. Don't do that shit again though.
And then also too, I think Darion said he wanted me to ask you, like he said at the end that Bryson was laughing or something like that
He was
about. Yeah,
laughing.
did you see that?
Ah! Listen, I saw that comment. Like as I was exiting YouTube, because of course, I wasn't there, so I didn't see him or I didn't hear him laughing and stuff like that. But that was kind of like eyebrows, that raised my eyebrow a little bit because it was something like I think Devontae said something like he's saying to y'all smell like or whatever, and then what person said he was like, "Oh, you gonna say that on camera or whatever he said," and so when I went back to watch it, I was like, "Wait, what did he say?" Yeah, that raised my eyebrow a little bit. Because now
In
I
the
gotta
sense
go
that he
talk to
said,
Bryson
or
and be like,
I
bitch,
don't know. I think
what
he
was that
probably.
about?
Yeah, I think it was. I don't know. I really don't. I really can't even piece together what he was referring to, or do you know what he was referring to?
I don't know. Even if I were to call Bryson and ask him about it, he'll probably be like, bitch, I don't remember.
Yeah, yeah, because I think it was so much going on that night. I don't think it was that, but yeah, I can see your concern, or I can see the viewers or the other person watching perspective and concern about that.
Yeah, because somebody was like, ain't
Yeah,
Bryson your friend, Jamie?
yeah, I think somebody did say that too as well.
Somebody was like, isn't that Jamie's friend? Yeah. I don't know what that was about. I don't know what the context was about, but hell, Bryson probably don't even know what it's about because, everybody was drinking, so
Yeah,
If I asked Bryson tonight what was that about, he probably girl, I did what? Oh girl, bitch. I don't remember. That's so
yeah. So it
you just
probably
gotta
wasn't
take
personal.
some of
Or,
those grains of salt. But friend, don't do that shit next time drunk or not. The hell?
but yeah, I think things definitely didn't go as planned that night for everybody to have a good time and do all those things. So yeah, overall, I actually enjoyed it. So I think it's gonna be a very different and good season. with a lot of different
Mm-hmm.
dynamics and a lot of different people and all that type of stuff. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, it's go. I if the rest of the season plays out how this first episode was, it's gonna get. It's about to get. It's gonna get.
Yeah. So yeah, Trey asked in the comment like why he in the episode. I said because you film.
Cause you feel exactly.
So
Cause you
I
feel
don't know
you
why he
can't be
think
met.
he's special. Like I'm gonna chop my footage for him. Like no.
Ah,
So if
they're
you want
not
to
gonna
report to
address.
YouTube, report to YouTube. I'm not taking you out of my group scenes. Now
I
you
could
have
have
personal
asked why you
scenes.
continue to do YouTube with only 26 followers, but I'm not gonna ask those kind of things. But anyway,
Yeah, he's. I don't know why he just
child.
he telling me was I was gonna listen to him with my group scene. I'm not chopping my group scene, sir, for you. So if you want to take it, record it, just do what you got to do. But I'm not
Child,
taking
at
it.
one point in time, you agreed to do this show. It didn't work out. It's gonna air. It's gonna
Right.
air.
I
You
don't know.
know it's gonna
I
air.
don't know why he thing about him though. He's just so hilarious because he sit on social media dragging, but he can't take it with him or he don't have a control of the situation. Which he's just a funny blogger. I mean, I don't really. He's just there. He's
It's a
harmless.
blogger.
Yeah, he's something. I don't. He just he just be wanting attention. He just like yeah, but
I don't know. I'm about to
so
look
yeah,
him.
do what you
What
gotta
did
do for me.
what's
But
his name
I
say?
wasn't chopping my group scene, sir, for you.
What did K Star say last night? He said, "I'm not talking about no ragtag ass bitch." He
Child.
said, "I'm not mentioning no ragtag ass bitches."
Mm-mm-mm. He's hilarious. I just laugh at him.
Oh Lord, he might be able to us tonight. I should be seeing him in a little bit.
Oh, who K
K
Star?
Star, yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people gonna probably end up at the dog New Year's. But yeah, overall I enjoyed the episode. I think it was a great start. It's gonna be Apollo coming in next week, Nard, and then of course we'll get Darian opening scenes and
Ooh,
Tyree Guns.
not a producer reality show. You and Dario and others. That would be T. I ain't even gonna lie.
I think it'll be so different because you usually be the one behind the camera telling the story, but if you actually in front of the camera, you have no control of that perspective.
That would be T.
That would
I
be.
would I would produce
I
it.
think also too, the producer kind of can feel more what the person can like the talent feel about
Hmm.
walking into a situation you might not know about. Then you have to relive it. Then you got to talk about it. So I think it will kind of like put you in a perspective of understanding where they come from, as well as like get like it's can be frustrating. It can be this way, it can be that way, and different things like that at times.
Yeah,
So,
I
I,
definitely get that. I definitely get that. Ooh, 23.
so yeah, I think overall it was good episode. I'm excited, guys. We'll be back next Sunday.
Next Sunday, y'all continue to tune in. I didn't even know how this episode was going to turn out, and it was really, really good. I was nervous. I ain't even gonna lie, because you
Yeah,
never know. You never know.
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it from everything. So I'm excited about the new season, guys. Tune in. We got another after show. I think next week. Well, I don't know who we're gonna have next week in the after show, but I know it's New Year's. I wanted to do an after show, but keep it real short and sweet. Get right to the point and get off. Not a lot of going, all that type of intensity tonight. We got a
Yeah,
lot of episodes for that. So yeah, I think next week y'all gonna see Apollo Nard, and then I think Malik gonna show up later at the event.
what
So
event?
the one we stopped at tonight.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah, you had left, but he
That
pulled up.
probably would have been all bad. Still, if I would have stayed, that would probably went to from bad to worse.
You think so?
Probably.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I
I
wasn't
don't think
there.
Malik was into it like that.
Oh well, you're right.
Yeah, I
You're
wasn't
right.
into it, so I don't know. No, no.
You're right. Yeah, because they didn't start beefing at that point. They weren't beefing
Yeah,
at that point.
they weren't beefing at that point. So no, I think he was just moving back to Birmingham at that point, though. Yeah, so yeah, he was freshly like I think just in Alabama and stuff. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Well, I'm
excited.
about to go. My New Year's Eve people are waiting for me.
Okay, thank you so much, Jamie. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Episode 1 out now. Real life philanthropy, season 3, episode 1. It's a wrap out now. Make sure you guys check it out, and we'll see you guys back next Sunday with a brand new
Yes,
episode.
indeed.
And happy New Year, guys. Thank you so much, Jamie, again. Huh?
All right. No problem.
All right. All right, guys. You guys be blessed and remember to stay at peace and not pieces. We are out this.